What is going on, NFC North Roundtable? Welcome back into the channel. Today, I want to break down a first-round mock draft for every single team in the NFC North. I did it on PFF, and I came away with a draft pick for each team in the NFC North. First and foremost, I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments. Who are some players you want your teams to target? We already had a video last week of first-round targets, but now I went into the mock draft simulator and made a pick for each team in the NFC North. This show is being powered by BetUS, as always, the proud sponsor all throughout Roundtable Sports. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Richie Malora. I am a co-founder here of Roundtable Sports Network. I hope you guys have been enjoying the NFC North Roundtable all season long. We are super excited to get the boys back for some off-season content, and of course for next season. The NFC North, in my opinion, is the best division in football, and I'm excited to break down each team's draft pick in the first round. So let's get right into business. Starting off with the first pick, the Chicago Bears. They have the 10th overall pick in the 2025 draft. I have them going Kelvin Banks Jr., the offensive tackle guard from Texas. I really personally think you look at the Chicago Bears, the hiring of Ben Johnson is a phenomenal hire in my opinion. Caleb Williams is poised to have a year or two breakout under Ben Johnson. And if you're the Bears, you got to prioritize the trenches. You got the playmakers for Caleb Williams. You absolutely have everything you need around him in terms of the playmakers. But when it comes to the trenches, you need to protect Caleb Williams. If you look at what the Detroit Lions did with Ben Johnson as a head coach, they were absolutely dominant in the trenches. They gave Jared Goff all the time in the world to throw. They gave Jameer Gibbs and Montgomery all the space in the world to run. So you got to be able to build through the trenches, and I think it's an absolute no-brainer to go with Kelvin Banks Jr. with this overall pick. He is a guy that could play tackle. He could play guard. He's very versatile, something that Ben Johnson will absolutely love to utilize in his offensive line. So this is definitely a no-brainer. Obviously, he's not the best offensive line in the NFL draft, in my opinion. I think Will Campbell, it would be a better option here, but I just do not see Will Campbell falling to the Chicago Bears at pick number 10. So I really love this pick for them. Kelvin Banks Jr. has so much upside at the next level, so he's going to be my selection for the Chicago Bears. Now, getting into pick number 23 for the Green Bay Packers, this was a hard pick for me because I wanted to go corner, but then on the board, I saw Shamar Stewart available for the Green Bay Packers when I was on the clock on the mock draft simulator, and I had to go Shamar Stewart. He was the combine star this week. He measured out similar to Myles Garrett. I'm not saying it's going to be Myles Garrett because he lacks the production that Myles Garrett had, but in terms of physical strength, athleticism, vertical, 40-yard dash, I think Shamar Stewart has so much upside. We were able to interview him here at Roundtable Sports at the Senior Bowl, and I'm very excited about him. I think you plug him in on that defensive line with Gary and the Green Bay Packers. He has so much upside in this league. He's physical. He's a guy that can set the edge, get to the quarterback, but more importantly, stuff the run, and I think he has so much potential at the next level, and the Green Bay Packers would definitely be hitting a home run with this draft pick, in my opinion. So you guys let me know, Packers fans, would you be open to the idea of drafting Shamar Stewart with your first-round pick? Now, I do want to give a big shout out to BetUS Sportsbook, the #1 online sportsbook, folks. Make sure you guys use the promo code YouTube150 when you sign up for BetUS. If you go to their website right now, they have awesome prop bets. You guys can bet on the NFL draft. That is right around the corner. You can even bet on Mr. Irrelevant's exact position. Who's going to pick number 1? Are the Tennessee Titans going to be picking 1? Or is there going to be a team that trades up for that pick? They also have future odds where you can predict of all the offseason stuff. Free agency, all you need to know. Super Bowl LX odds are out there. So Lions fans, if you want to bet on your team to go win the Super Bowl next year, plus 1,000. Packers fans, if you want to bet on your team going to the Super Bowl, plus 2,000. Where the Vikings odds? Wow, plus 4,000 for the Vikings after having a great season for them. And then the Chicago Bears, I guess, is really far down here. Where are the Bears odds? I'm looking for it as we speak. Chicago is at plus 4,000. Wow, the same exact odds for the Vikings. So you guys see the odds. Go check out BetUS, the #1 online sportsbook, folks. Big time shout out to them. Now let's get deeper into the draft. With the 24th pick, I had the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, this was a tough one. There was part of me that wanted to go running back because this is one of the best running back classes we've seen in a long, long time. And I feel like with Aaron Jones going to free agency and Kevin O'Connell adding another playmaker to his, offense would be huge. But I had to go defense because Jahdae Barron, cornerback from Texas, was on the board. And in my opinion, he's one of, if not the best corners in this entire draft. You talk about Brian Flores' scheme. He needs cornerbacks. He needs players in the back end to help utilize his scheme. And Jahdae Barron from Texas is one of the most high football IQ players in the entire draft. He will plug in for Brian Flores and help out that side of the ball. They need help at that spot, and I feel like Barron is someone that will absolutely be able to level up that defense. You talk about Brian Flores' scheme. He loves to run zero. He loves to go man coverage. He loves to have high football IQ guys, and this is a guy that really looks like he has speed. He ran a 4.4, I believe, which is definitely something you want to see. Speed is a big-time factor at that spot, and I absolutely love his tape when you turn it on at that in Texas. So I think he would translate to the next level for the Minnesota Vikings beautifully. So Jahdae Barron is my draft pick for the Minnesota Vikings. And then last but not least, the Detroit Lions are picking number 28. I got them going Donovan Jackson, guard from Ohio State. And I feel like this is a move that is going to replace Kevin Zeitler because he's most likely going to be gone. And you think about the Detroit Lions, what makes them so good? It's their offensive line. You got to be able to replace him. I know that they could go in free agency to replace, but I feel like going into the first round, Donovan Jackson from Ohio State is a plug-and-play type of guy. I know some people may think, okay, is a first-round pick for Donovan Jackson worth it? I personally think so. He's a mauler. He's someone that would fit the identity of Dan Campbell. They're going into a new era right now, the Detroit Lions, without their coordinators of Ben Johnson, of course, and Aaron Glenn leaving. So Dan Campbell's got to prioritize what makes the Detroit Lions so good, which is the trenches in the offensive line in particular. So Donovan Jackson, guard from Ohio State, was my draft pick for the Detroit Lions. So you guys let me know your guys' thoughts. If there's any draft picks that you feel like you disagree with, that's totally fine. Let me know in the comment section. Again, the Bears, I got Kelvin Banks Jr. from Texas with the 10th pick. Shamar Stewart went to the Packers in my mock draft. Jahdae Barron went to the Vikings at pick number 24, and the Lions, I got Donovan Jackson, guard from Ohio State. There's so many opportunities for these teams, and the one thing I do want to note, it's really hard to do these mock drafts before free agency because when free agency comes, that's when you see all these teams fill out their rosters, fill out the holes, and then you know the real holes for this team. Like, for example, if the Vikings go out there and sign DJ Reed or one of the top corners in free agency, I don't think they need to go after Jahdae Barron in the first round. They could potentially go running back. They could potentially go other positions. So I feel like free agency is going to be a big idea of where these teams are going to go, but these are my picks. I'm really excited, and the NFC North Roundtable has been an absolute joy to watch grow on this channel. We're very close to hitting 6,000 subscribers here on the NFC North Roundtable, and I appreciate every single one of you guys supporting our boys, One Bar, Bazarowski. I mean, it's awesome to watch these guys. Dose of Dion, our boy Nick. I mean, the NFC North Roundtable is fun to watch every single Wednesday, and we're excited to get the crew back for the NFL Draft. So you guys let me know in the comments your overall thoughts. Hit the like button as always. My name is Richie Malora, and I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.